Finis Online, de la Universidad Finisterre.
Estimados estudiantes, bienvenidos al inicio de un viaje fascinante hacia la comprensión y dominio de instrumentos y metodologías contemporáneas en el ámbito del diseño y visualización de datos e información. Esta asignatura representa una oportunidad única para adentrarse en el mundo de la visualización de datos, un campo que combina la estética del diseño con la precisión de la ciencia de datos para comunicar de información compleja de manera clara y efectiva. La importancia de la visualización de datos en la era digital actual no puede subestimarse. Vivimos en una época donde la información se genera a un ritmo sin precedentes y nuestra capacidad para analizar, comprender y presentar esta información es crucial para el avance de prácticamente todas las disciplinas y sectores. A lo largo de estas 5 semanas exploraremos una variedad de técnicas y herramientas, desde las fundamentales hasta las más avanzadas, en el diseño y análisis de datos. Aprenderán a aplicar estrategias de gestión a través del diseño de instrumentos de recopilación y análisis de información cualitativa y cuantitativa de proyectos, diseñando estructuras de contenido que se basan en una comprensión del contexto y entorno estratégico y comunicacional. A lo largo de este curso hemos explorado una amplia gama de herramientas y metodologías que les permitirán transformar datos complejos en visualizaciones claras y comprensibles. Desde la recopilación y análisis de datos cualitativos y cuantitativos hasta el diseño de estructuras de contenido estratégicas, cada uno de ustedes ha demostrado un crecimiento significativo en su capacidad para aplicar estos conceptos en situaciones reales. El trabajo que han realizado no solo refleja su comprensión técnica, sino también su capacidad para pensar críticamente y desarrollar soluciones de diseño que responden no solo a necesidades estéticas, sino también funcionales y comunicativas. Han aprendido a evaluar el contexto y aplicar estrategias de visualización que promuevan la claridad, la precisión y sobre todo la comprensión. La importancia de este curso trasciende el aula. Los conocimientos y habilidades que han adquirido son esenciales para el futuro de la comunicación de datos. Vivimos en una sociedad donde la capacidad de interpretar y presentar datos de manera efectiva es crucial en campos tan diversos como la ciencia, la tecnología, el diseño, la educación, el periodismo, entre otros. Para evaluar de manera efectiva la calidad de los datos se deben considerar varios criterios esenciales, incluyendo la precisión, la completitud, la consistencia, la unicidad y la validez de los datos. Cada uno de estos aspectos asegura que los datos sean representativos, completos, consistentes y relevantes para el análisis. Implementar pruebas de calidad de datos es vital. Por ejemplo, la precisión se puede medir comparando los datos con estándares conocidos o referencias de confianza, mientras que la completitud se evalúa verificando la ausencia de valores nulos en los campos de datos esenciales. La consistencia asegura que los datos sean uniformes a lo largo del tiempo y la unicidad evita duplicados que pueden sesgar el análisis. Finalmente, la validez verifica que los datos cumplan formatos y reglas específicas, asegurando su integridad. La calidad de los datos es la piedra angular para tomar decisiones informadas y confiables.
The use of cartoons for teaching grammar. Young learners comprehend the new language through some features as intonation, mimics, body language, gestures, and actions. Additionally, Bishop and Cates, 2001, affirmed that cartoons are useful tools since they include colorful characters and engaging visual presentations with enjoyable sounds and music. Cartoons suit well in fostering young learners' imagination and fantasy. Authentic animated cartoons offer an invaluable way of contextualizing and introducing authentic language by providing audiovisual input. Using cartoons in language teaching not only improves students' language skills, but also increases young learners' motivation for learning languages. Watching cartoons helps students to understand subject matters, memorize vocabulary, and learn grammatical structures more effectively. Also, cartoons include scenes. Real conversations of characters and props tend to engage students more easily than text materials do. According to Brewster, Ellis, and Gerard, learner will get great help to convey meaning and memorize when taught by using illustrations and pictures. The teachers may present the grammatical items by using pictures. In teaching imperatives, for example, it can be showing traffic symbols, such as symbol of the stop, turn left, turn right, etc. While showing the picture of the stop, the teacher saying, "Don't enter," and then give the students turn to say and repeat it as well. There is a place for inductive grammar which works through examples, games, songs, and activities that let learners subconsciously learn the grammar through an age-appropriate critical and creative analysis of language. According to the characteristics and the needs of the students, there are several techniques that can be integrated, and since teaching is an art, we must not hesitate to use every kind of teaching resources that we think appropriate to assist our teaching of grammar to young learners.
Rhymes are also presented in written form, so in this format, children can hunt for words and high-frequency words in a meaningful context. There are many well-known nursery rhymes. For example, Three Little Monkeys, in which children can identify the C sound words, high-frequency words, and other elements of the written presentation, such as exclamation and punctuation. In conclusion, children learn the language better when this is taught inductively. So, vocabulary and grammar must be taught through familiar activities to children such as songs, games, nursery rhymes, chants, since these activities are full of repetition. Allow students to participate actively in the learning process, and they are free from fear or sense of punishment.
This requires not only an understanding of the language, but also the ability to formulate and express one's thoughts verbally. In this field, Vivian Cook, a linguist and prominent figure in the field of second language acquisition, categorizes speaking as a productive skill, highlighting its role in language production. Productive skills involve the creation of language, and speaking stands out as a key skill where learners actively produce spoken language to convey meaning. Cook emphasizes that speaking involves not only reproducing learned language, but also the use of knowledge to generate new combinations of words and structures, expressing their thoughts and ideas in real time. Interaction is a crucial aspect of speaking, and Cook emphasizes the role of negotiation of meaning during conversations. Learners actively engage in communication, seeking clarification, and adjusting their language use based on the communicative context. As a conclusion, understanding the distinction between listening as a receptive skill and speaking as an active skill helps language educators design effective language learning activities. By strategically integrating listening and speaking skills in EFL teaching, educators create a dynamic and communicative language learning environment. This approach not only enhances language proficiency, but also fosters learners' ability to use English effectively in various contexts. We must bear in mind that before reading, children find meaning through images and drawings. Shin and Crandall, 2018. For this reason, activities for developing reading comprehension will vary depending on the child's level of competence. Initially, up to around the age of 7, activities can be focused at the word level. Identifying initial and final letters in a word, choosing pictures of objects which begin with the same letter, bed, boat, bulb, bear. Choosing pictures of objects which begin with the same letter, bed, boat, bulb, bear. matching rhyming words, cap, map, tie, pie, cut, nut, well, sell, tell, read, bed, said. Tagging pictures, matching pictures to words, classifying words with similar sounds, guessing the missing letters of incomplete words, completing crosswords with images, Cameron explains that beside these activities, reading stories with pictures will lead to positive attitudes toward literacy development on young learners, since it helps them grasp writing conventions. At early stages, young learners can practice copying sentences following writing conventions. Finally, to promote a foreign language environment, objects in the classroom could be tagged with the words in English, and everyday expressions can be written on the board. When the literacy of students is more advanced, although not exclusively, the skill of reading comprehension can be developed in 3 stages: pre-reading, while reading, post-reading. Pre-reading activities activate previous knowledge learners may have in relation to the text they're about to read. These activities can be as follows: making predictions after seeing an image related to the text, have a conversation about what the learners know in relation to the topic of the text, asking questions whose answers will be found in the text, or introduce and discuss the meaning of vocabulary that will be found in the text. Here is an example of a pre-reading activity for young learners. While reading activities are designed to focus on the comprehension of the text and the development of reading strategies which learners can use when reading independently. Some activities for this stage are the following: visualize or draw a scene, paraphrase or summarize text, predict what comes next, reread for better comprehension, complete a chart, correct mistakes on a text. Here is an example of a while reading activity for young learners. Post-reading activities aim at helping the learner remember and enlarge their knowledge of the topic they've just read about. Some post-activities for young learners can be carried out as follows: write sentences about images taken from the text, organize the events of the story, answer questions to build a summary of the text, talk about what they liked the most and the least of the story, describe one of the characters in the story, write a different ending for the story, carry out close activities. Here is an example of a while reading activity for young learners. The use of reading strategies aims to guide students, depending on their level of literacy. For example, reading to decode symbols, reading to seek meaning, reading to understand the purpose of the text, or reading with a critical focus to analyze the information. Some strategies that can be used to support learners are the following: prediction based on previous knowledge, monitoring to ensure that the students are understanding what they're reading, confirmation by finding evidence of the prediction, connecting with texts previously read, asking questions related to the text while reading, skimming to grasp the main theme of the text, scanning to find specific information in the text, distinguishing between what's important and what's less important, paraphrasing and summarizing what has been read, visualizing the information to enhance comprehension. In conclusion, the use of reading strategies offers a toolkit to guide students in their literacy journey, catering to their individual levels of proficiency. These strategies, whether aimed at decoding symbols, seeking meaning, understanding the text's purpose, or critically analyzing information, empower students to become autonomous readers.
El concepto del consumidor racional surge a raíz de los estudios y teorías económicas desarrolladas en el siglo XVIII por pensadores como Adam Smith y David Ricardo. Se fundamenta en la premisa de que los individuos toman decisiones de compra de manera lógica y racional, buscando maximizar su utilidad personal. Smith postuló la idea de la mano invisible, según la cual en un mercado competitivo, los consumidores impulsados por su propio interés seleccionarían los bienes y servicios que les proporcionarían mayor satisfacción al menor costo posible. Esta visión se fortaleció con el surgimiento de la teoría marginalista en el siglo XIX, que introdujo el concepto de utilidad marginal. En la teoría económica moderna, el consumidor racional se caracteriza por evaluar cuidadosamente las opciones disponibles, considerando factores como precio, calidad, beneficios y preferencias individuales. Sin embargo, es importante reconocer que la realidad es más compleja, ya que los consumidores también están influenciados por factores psicológicos, sociales y emocionales al tomar decisiones de compra.